Okay, so this would have been me, selecting this picture. This was the crop we were talking about, how I like that you can see the rest of the picture in the crop. You can see the intersections. They're really faint lines, but you want some of them to be intersecting over your main focus picture. That way Emma wouldn't be put right smack in the middle like this. Good composition would have the interest point a little bit over. This was the histogram that I use that we talked about. I always make sure that these two triangles are on. I've already fixed the highlights, but if the highlights were bad, you'd see how the red would appear there. You said your computer didn't do the arrows, but I use these arrows right here. With my cursor over one of the things, my arrows will control going plus or minus 5 points at each given time. So basically I go through the basic tab, I adjust all of these to my eye, and I do them all pretty slightly. You can see highlights was taken down the most, and that was to get rid of those blown out red areas. Then I go into the detail tab right here, and this is where you're going to fix some of your graininess for using a high ISO. I don't really have it in this picture, but let's say it was like an indoor picture where you can see a lot of noise. You're going to go to the details tab and noise reduction where it says luminance, and I usually bring that up to, again, to the eye, but 30-35 is a good place to be, but I've taken it up to 80 before to soften some of the details. The only other thing I really do in Lightroom is I go under lens corrections, and under profile there's a little checkbox that says enable profile corrections. This is going to have whatever lens you use to take the picture, which I use just the 50-1.8, so my cheap 50. It knows if I press that check mark, so you can see something's happening to the picture, and it's actually not making it as good. You should start with lens corrections before you do anything. And then over in manual, you can do them yourself. So distortion, if I need this picture to look different, like if I feel like something needs to be changed in the way the picture's warped, I'll mess with those under lens corrections. Not something you have to do. Again, I would start with lens corrections before basic because it does change them a little bit. So now I'm going to go up here and kind of readjust some of these to be where I want the picture to be. So I want this picture just to be to my eye before I start going into Photoshop. So once I've done Lightroom, I go down to the thumbnail of it and I right click, I go to edit in, and then it says edit in Photoshop.exe. Again, I don't know if a Mac's different. You might want to look up a tutorial for linking the two, but I know they're out there. I don't know if they're automatically linked. I remember I had to do something to link them up a long time ago. Whatever prompt comes up, just press OK, and up in Lightroom it's going to say prepare file for editing, and of course my computer's going to take a while here right now. And it's going to automatically launch and open Photoshop if it's not already open with that picture in it. How are we doing on time?
3 minutes.
Okay, let's stop the video.